Harmonizing the scale, page 3. Again, we stack another third interval on top of each note and get 3-note chords or triads. The added third makes the distance from the bass note to the added note a fifth of some kind. The fifths will be in 3 kinds this time: a perfect fifth, 3½ steps, a diminished fifth, 3 whole steps, and an augmented fifth, and that's 4 whole steps. And the specific order taking place when we're staying loyal to the scale and stacking the thirds from that scale only, gets a diatonic sequence. 2 scales are on this page. First, the melodic minor scale, and below that, the harmonic minor scale. And the Roman numerals are there again to give information. Okay, above the staff, it says C natural minor has 3 flats, so the 6th and 7th tones are raised. That's why the 6th and 7th chords have naturals next to them. In the center, it shows 4 whole steps as an augmented fifth, and underneath that, the flat 3 has a major triad with that capitalization, but it has a plus next to it, and that means you've raised the fifth. So far we've had a 0 to indicate a lowered fifth, and now we have a plus to indicate a raised fifth. Next is the scale formula. The melodic minor is a whole step, half step with 4 whole steps and another half step, and that gives you the specific sound of that scale. We look down at the Roman numerals, and below that, the fifths. There are 2 perfect fifths, an augmented fifth, 2 perfect fifths, and 2 diminished fifths. Look at the Roman numerals. The 1 chord, it's minor, it has a perfect fifth, small case Roman numeral. The 2 chord is minor, small case Roman numeral, with a perfect fifth. So because of that raised A, we have a regular fifth on that chord now. The 3 chord is a flat 3 major because of the capital letters, and the plus means it's an augmented fifth because there's 4 whole steps above the root, and that gives you the augmented fifth. The 4 chord, it's major, and it has a perfect fifth. The 5 chord is major, 3½ steps, a perfect fifth. Those are both large case Roman numerals. Small case Roman numeral with a natural 6 diminished, and that has 3 whole steps for a diminished fifth, letting you know that the 6th tone's been raised, and a natural 7 diminished, 3 whole steps for a diminished fifth, letting you know that that 7th tone was raised. Now here's what this thing sounds like when you play it. The harmonic minor, the natural minor has 3 flats, so the 7th tone is raised to make the C harmonic minor. Thus, every time that that B note shows up, there's a courtesy natural on it. And we have the same thing happen on the 3 chord where we have an augmented fifth or a plus on it. And that's a pretty extensive little grouping of accidentals. Over on the scale formula side, it shows a whole step, half, 2 whole steps, half, whole, and a 1.5 steps from that flat 6 to the major 7th. This is what gives that harmonic minor the very rich tone that it has. Underneath that, it shows the order of the fifths. It will show a perfect fifth on the 1 chord, 2 chord, a diminished fifth, and an augmented fifth on the 3 chord. But the rest of them are perfect. The 4, 5, 6, and 7 chords are all perfect fifths. The Roman numerals. Lowercase 1 is a minor chord, has a perfect fifth, 3½ steps. Lowercase 2 has a 0 on it now. We've returned to that diminished chord. It has 3 whole steps for a diminished fifth. The flat 3, augmented with that plus, is 4 whole steps for an augmented fifth. The 4 minor chords, straight triad with a perfect fifth. The 5 is a large case Roman numeral, so it's a straight major triad with a perfect fifth. The flat 6 chord is a major triad with a perfect fifth, and the raised 7th or natural 7 chord is a major chord with a perfect fifth. And here's what they sound like. On to page 4.